Welcome back to Last Request Barbecue. This one is a particular favorite of my wife Paula's, garlicky Cuban pork Cubanos. So it's a mix. We've got lovely fresh ingredients that are going to go into a marinade. Got a pork shoulder here all ready to go. There, my hand's slapping my pork shoulder. We're going to get it all into the Vitamix. Then we're going to make a South Carolina mustard sauce. We're going to braise the pork. We're going to put it in pressure cooker, and then we're going to get the Cubanos going. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great episode. Shout out to Melissa Clark from the New York Times. This is from her cookbook. Get ready. It's going to be a great show. Okay, now we're going to make our marinade, and let's go through the ingredients. 3.5 tablespoons of nice olive oil. You've got 2 tablespoons of golden brown sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of fresh cumin, a couple of bay leaves. What's a recipe without bay leaves? And then we're going to get 8 cloves of garlic, 1 lime plus the zest, 1 grapefruit, all of which is going in here to make our lovely marinade. Now when I'm doing garlic like this, what I like to do is just cut off the heads real quick. We don't really need to worry about chopping them fine, that's for sure. The Vitamix will take care of that. This recipe calls for 8 garlic cloves. We're probably going to put in more than that by the time we're all said and done. We like it garlicky. If we didn't like it garlicky, we wouldn't make garlicky Cuban pork. Then we need a grapefruit. So let's get this grapefruit in. And this grapefruit I'm actually going to cut in quarters, because that makes it easier to get in this best device ever. Thank you, Lee Valley Tools, for this. I love fruits, lemons, whatever, from South Africa. They just seem to have a better, more juicier flavor. Whoa! Whoa! And then we need the zest from a lime. So let's zest this up. And then we'll be cut our now balled lime. And this is actually a really good representation of the way this goes in, like that. And does a great job of extracting every bit of juice and not adding any seeds. Look at that juice. Beautiful. Love this tool. And that's our ingredients. So let's pop on our Vitamix and give it a whirl. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right, we've got a nice pork shoulder here. I'm just gonna inspect a little bit, cut off any pieces I don't need. You know, some of these bits will be the kind of chewy bits, so let's see. Like that. Oh, hello, Ziki. Little technique. So if you're cutting, cut yourself a little postage stamp piece and then just pull up. Let gravity and your knife do the work. There we go. Yeah, see, there's a bit of fat cap there, right? We're going to cut that off. Again, grab a little piece and then just pull up. All right, Mr. B. You are pestering me, Mr. B. I may have to take care of you. All right, let's finish up. Get this pork soaking. Then we're going to get working on the South Carolina mustard sauce, which is a beautiful complement to our Cubanos. All right, now we've got our pork cut, and let's pour our marinade on. And then we're going to let this sit at room temperature for about an hour and change. There we go. Beautiful. Check that out. All right, now we're going to make our South Carolina mustard sauce. This is taken from the Bible of us barbecuers, Meathead. If you don't have this book, get this book. Recipes, sauces, tips, advice, how to cook barbecue. I learned so much. So thank you, Meathead. I've got the heat going on here in the barbecue, just warming up my pot. So the first ingredient is 2 cups of mustard, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2/3 a cup apple cider vinegar, Tabasco, Chihulas, and I want some heat. How much was that? I don't know. And they also call for some chicken bouillon cubes. So instead, I'm gonna add some chicken broth. Cool, cool, cool. 3/4 a cup of sugar. Perfect, perfect. 1 teaspoon freshly ground pepper. Already ground up, how can I resist? 1 tablespoon dry mustard. So we got the Keen's dry mustard, 1 tablespoon. 2 teaspoons of dried rosemary and 1 of celery seed, and then mix them together, crush them up a little bit, which releases the flavor. All right. Drop that in. 2 teaspoons onion powder. 2 teaspoons garlic powder. And here's the kosher salt. We needed 1.5 teaspoons. There we go. Whisk. Oh yeah, there we go. What you want to do is bring this to a boil, simmer it while you're doing it, and bring it to a soft boil. I guess, is that a phrase? Is that a thing? A soft boil? I mean, you don't want to boil the crap out of it. You certainly don't want it sticking. That beautiful, dark, fragrant color. Let's let that simmer and come back and give that a taste. Our South Carolina mustard sauce has been on the barbecue, warming up, just releasing this beautiful fragrance. Let's give this a little quick taste. Absolutely delicious, flavorful, bright, bit of heat, fantastic. Delicious. All right, I got my strainer here, and pop that out and put that into my pressure cooker. Now, you might be wondering, what's that thing on top? Well, I forgot the oregano. Now I'm gonna drain this inside the pressure cooker and let those pieces and let that fluid drain off into the bottom. While my pan is heating up, I'm gonna braise the pork in this pan. So what you want to do with this pork that's been soaking or marinating is move it around a bit, because what you're trying to do is knock off as much of the marinade as possible. So I set up this filter on here so it allows all the juices to go through. Now I've put a little bit of avocado oil. I like avocado oil lately. It adds a nice fat. By the way, it's got I think the highest smoke rate, like 500 degrees. So I'm a big fan of avocado oil these days. So let's start braising. Oh yeah. Of course, what we're looking for again is a nice browning. We're not looking to cook it, but we're looking to get that Maillard effect. Now I'm going to push this back, as we're much hotter at the back. Again, just put some real nice color into this pork. All right, so now we're starting to get a nice braise going. Again, we don't want to cook this pork. Check out that braise. Braise equals flavor. Repeat after me, braise equals flavor. So we'll just move this in. We don't want to overcook the pork. There's a nice piece as well. Look at that, very nice. In you go. I got that left. I'm gonna just scrape that up, get those tasty bits. Not too much, actually. Now we put our lid on, and we're gonna set this for 80 minutes, 8-0. And away we go. All right, first up, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil here. Let's get that going, and then let's chop up our onions. You watch these knife skills videos. This is the dummy hand, and this is supposed to be the hand that does all the work. You just gotta watch your thumb. Those in here. Soften them up. Now, we're also making some grilled veg today. So let's get the grilled veg going with the thicker ones at the back. Perfect, all right. We're gonna be putting on some of this cattleman's trail dust onto the onions. And once those starting to whiten up, soften up, that's when you start to throw on your seasoning. That's when they're ready to receive the love of the spices. By the way, we're working with Balderson cheese slices, Canadian Grand Prix award-winning slices, Monterey Jack with hot pepper and double smoked cheddar. Thanks to Lactalis, this came from Cheeseworld. We got 1 minute left, so let's just let that go. And what you'll see, I'll just open it up and it'll vent pretty aggressively. And you do have to be careful because that pressure's been building up for a good 80 minutes. There we go. I have to put the paper towel there to catch all the liquid. There we go. Check that out. Pyrotechnics. We'll let that vent. Now let's get this top off. Crank it open. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. It's ready for shredding. First of all, what we want to do is get all this beautiful sauce into a pot, and then we're going to just let it simmer down a bit. That'll get some heat, but now our fun task is to spread up and get these broken up. Now I'm going to put a bit of this sauce back in. There we go, and a little touch more. And let's flip these veggies while we have a second here. Now, these just needed a bit of char on them, according to Sierra, so I think they're in pretty good shape. Let's get our panini maker going. Grilled veg, not ready yet though, but soon. And let's get ready to rumble. All right, we're in the final home stretch. So let's butter up our bread. That's probably about as much as I want, I think. All right, we're gonna start with one layer of our double smoked. That's gonna be the base. Perfect. A little bit of cumin. And then Sierra wants this special green sauce from our friends at My Secret Kitchen in Mississauga. Pork credit. It's like a bomba. It's mild, not super hot. So this one will be Sierra's. This one, again, from My Secret Kitchen is the bomba. This one is spicy hot. So Paula wants a little bit of that. All right, now let's get some pork on here. Now, the trick, of course, would be remembering which is Sierra's, which is Paula's. So Paula's, Sierra, you guys help me with that. We have to put on, of course, our South Carolina mustard sauce. Look at that color. Rich, 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 rich color. The last but not least is our Balderson Monterey Jack with hot peppers. Some for the cook. Mmm, delicious. I forgot my onions. Let's put the onions on. There we go. Press this down. Add a little butter here. And let's let her rock and roll. There we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. Beautiful. All right, we are done like dinner. Now let's grab these off the grill, cut them open, see the wonderfulness. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Garlicky pork Cubanos with South Carolina mustard sauce, with Balderson cheese, with lots of stuff from my friends at Longo's. And thanks again to my friends at Cumbres for the gear, and for Lactalis for being there, for Cheese World. Smash that subscribe button, as the kids would say. And I'm gonna go enjoy my Cubanos.